All right, we are live. That's Dizney Dan. I'm Jeff. You're you, but you're not here yet unless you're on the replay. Dizney Dan, co-host, host, I don't even know what to call you. One of the hosts, person who puts it on his channel of Disney Fiasco. Truly one of my two favorite live streams. That one and Michael K. Saturday morning. I actually schedule my Saturdays around you guys. Did you know that? Have I told you that I do that?
Now you have. Now you have.
And I'm just blessed to have an awesome wife who doesn't make fun of me and is actually okay with doing that on a Saturday morning and evening. So far, I was a little late to yours today. I shouldn't say that. So as people pop into chat, I'm going to pull up chat. Everybody say hi to Dizney Dan. If you don't know Dizney Dan, I feel like this is my new spiel, but you're doing life wrong. He's got a great channel. And we need to start off with congratulations, my friend. You went over 1,000 subs just the other day, right? I don't even know when.
Yeah, no, but it was crazy. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I've been doing YouTube for weirdly quite a long time.
Wait, weirdly? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, like it's something very. It's just you know, I posted those 1 or 2 random videos like 5-6 years ago. I think I did like a Green Day live concert video. It's my first ever video.
I need to go back.
Don't, it's terrible. Like I was like right in the middle of the crowd, like the you could barely see anything. It was terrible.
That's funny. I've got a couple. I don't think it's this channel. I think it was another channel that I had, but I think my first video is a video of 30 Seconds to Mars. Pretty sure. And I remember going back like a year later and it had a couple thousand views. And I'm like, what is this? I don't even know. Anyway,
it's weird because, you know, that was my first ever video because I was just like, hey, you know, I love Green Day. Green Day is my favorite band of all time.
I've not
and
seen
them. They were incredible. And I filmed like a tiny bit of Jesus of Suburbia, one of my favorite songs of all time. And I had the camera, I was holding it like this, but because I was in a mosh pit, you don't realize that the camera moves like this the whole time, so you can't really.
Wait a minute. Okay, you just said because you're in a mosh pit, you don't realize. What do you do? Are you like taking a nap in the mosh pit?
Well, it was a long show. I mean, I was getting used to jumping up and down, but that was the first time I was trying to reach into my pocket, trying to get my camera so I can film at least something. And hey, my first ever video on YouTube. If you want to go and check it out, it's terrible. It's my first channel I've ever done.
And I love that you didn't take it down. I preach this every now and then when it comes up. Don't take down your first videos because it shows your path, right? I kind of love that.
Oh goodness,
you hear me singing. Zach, hey, this is Magic Megan. You were just in with him. You're following Dizney Dan around. I love it. Thanks for being here. Alana, you too. Walter Grams, I thought you were going to sleep, my friend. Juan, how are you? D, we were just talking about you pre-going live. I'm guessing that'll come up. Welcome in, my friend. Oh man, chat just jumped. I hate it when it does that. I love it because that makes me happy, and I hate it because then I miss people. Hold on, let me see who else we got. R. John's peanut butter, and it makes me hungry. Disney Life for me. I think I said Zach already. Hey, Steve's World. R. John's. I think I already said. Kelly Paulson. I don't know why I made that funny noise. Hey, Jose. Find and seek. That makes me want to go play outside. I love that. How's everybody doing? If I missed you, I apologize. Hey, Rob Fuzz in the house. Welcome in. I love that you guys are here. Just out and about. I think I got everybody. I hope I did. So I'll say like I always say in the middle, well, in the beginning, and I'll probably say in the middle. I'm sorry, chat. You're over here for me, and I'm not trying to ignore you, but Dizney Dan's staying up late to come, and you guys are here to hear from him. So I will jump in. I'll give you a chance at the end. We're going to keep it to an hour, because it's like tomorrow where he is, which I like saying. I don't know why I like saying that. But thanks for staying up. We've been trying to do this for a while. We kind of had a fight going. And I feel bad because you're still bruised up with it. I know. Like, I didn't mean to beat you down so.
Hey, I knocked you out in round 1.
What? Oh. So I didn't plan on doing it tonight. Maybe we can. I guess I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
We need to get some judge, and one of them needs to be D Hazel because she is invested in this. Hey D. So anyway, let's talk about you though. Let's talk about your channel. You shared. A lot of people are in chat now. When we were starting, it was only 3 or 4. So you started your channel a few years ago. I don't remember how you said it, but it made me laugh. Why and when? And let's start there.
Okay, so just going back, I like I said just earlier, I posted like really random videos quite a long time ago. I'm gonna try and get the exact date for you when I put my first ever channel. It was 7 years ago, and it was the 29th of September 2011. That was before the bigger Dizney Dan, as some of you know. But I came around way before he did. Just saying. But my first real episode, the first thing I ever did was 14th of April 2015. And that was when I was calling myself Dizney Dan 1. I don't know why I had the 1 in there. I just thought maybe, Resort TV 1 or just, it was kind of like I thought just make me stand out by putting a 1 at the end of my name. I also changed Disney to DIZNEY because I thought, maybe copyright or plagiarism. I know that's kind of like not a real big thing because there are loads of Disney YouTubers who have Disney in their names. So, but I thought, let's not take any risks. I'm just going to do it that way. And it was weird because I was really young at that point. I don't even know how old I was.
News for you, you're still young.
Well, not that young anymore. And I just wanted to share my love of Disney. I just wanted to be like, hey, I want to just, I love this so much. It means so much. I know there's so many people who love Disney out there, and I wanted to share that with everybody. And so I started a YouTube channel, and seeing what it was to where it is now, it's just amazing. Like it's incredible.
I remember when I first got to know you, it drove me crazy because when I would type in Dizney Dan, it totally wasn't you. And I'm like, what the heck? So now I'll type in your name with the Z because I know it, and it still pops to the other guy, which I'm sure he's a nice guy, but that's not where I'm going. So, yeah, and that's funny you say that about the copyright. When I named my channel Dole Dad, I thought I was being funny. I thought it would tell people who are into Disney, hey, this is a Disney guy, but not like be overly obviously Disney. So I kind of liked it. And I never thought of copyright. I never thought of monetization. And we seem to have this conversation a lot. Meg was mentioning it just recently, where I kind of make fun of people who are like, oh, it's not about money. No kidding, it's not about money. Maybe someday it could be about money, but that's a whole whatever. That's so it's just fake right now. But yes, I guess I have to reach out to YouTube now. And how does that work? I wonder. Do you even know, like Disney with a Z? I want to steal now. Where at first I was confused because Dole Whip is actually a company. It's not even Disney. And
I feel like everybody who's got Disney in their names now is going to start changing it to my thing. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought, maybe when I start, maybe making some merchandise, I'll be able to write Disney in my kind of way. Yeah. And when people think, oh, it's Dizney Dan, like it's not, the company Dizney Dan, it's me. Like that's just who I am. And it's kind of weird that the whole Z thing came about, and I thought, maybe it's something a little bit different. And then I realized that this other schmo called Dizney Dan decided to get a couple more subscribers than me. And hey,
he's big too, right? Like,
he's huge. He's massive. But he won't be able to out eat me. So that's him. So
we need a collab with the two Dizney Dans. I don't know that one. I'm not
I don't think he would like me very much for taking his name. Actually, you took my name, so I'm a bit.
I think that would be a great video though, when you get a whole bunch of people. So I do have to ask. So you're a former cast member. I guess most of the time I'm trying to introduce my guest. I'm guessing that a lot of the people in the chat here know you already. But in case they don't, you want to talk about being a former cast member, what you did. I know the story, but I'd love for you to share it for anybody who does not know.
I feel like with me, like everything takes a long time. So for me to be a cast member, I've got to tell you, it took me 13 years.
I remember you said that.
It took me 13 years to become a cast member. And I went to Walt Disney World. I was like, hey, I mean, how cool would it be to work at Disney World? I mean, everybody, thinks that. I'm assuming like 9 times out of 10 people who go to Disney World, like how cool would it be to work there? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it my ambition to get there. So I was like, all right, how do I get to Disney? What's the first thing I do? I go on YouTube, obviously. And I find this guy, he's a British YouTuber. He really hasn't got many subscribers at all, but I love the way his videos were. And I saw him do this thing called the Disney International College Program. Now, this was the program before it was changed. I was like, hey, that's a brilliant idea. Like, people from the UK can actually go and work at Disney World overseas in America, in Orlando. How amazing is that? That must be amazing. And then I realized you have to be at college to do that. So I'm like, okay, I've got to wait 5-6 years to go and do it. All right, do that. So I went to college, not because I wanted to do a degree, it's because I wanted to work for Disney, you know. And
good reason.
good reason. It was a good drive for me. And then 2013, got to college. 2014 going into 2015, I applied to work for Disney. I didn't get it. I know it's kind of weird that I was waiting so long, and when
there've got to be so many people applying for those.
Oh, there was thousands. I got to the final interview stage. I went to Disney headquarters in London, which is a beautiful building.
That's cool.
Been there, I think, 3 times now. It's amazing, beautiful. Wow. And it was kind of like I've waited all this time and I bottled it at the last minute. But hey, you know what? What I've really learned about myself from that experience is like, hey, you know what? Yes, you didn't get something. That gave me even more of a drive to do it. So I applied the next year and I got it. And it took me a long time. And in my final year of college, I finally got to go out to Walt Disney World and just have the best summer of my life. So, and do the Disney college program. So yeah, it's one of my, proudest moments of my life to be able to say like, hey, I worked for a company, worked for a man who has inspired me for all my life. So yeah, I'm very honored.
I'm super nerdy here, and everybody in chat, and even you probably already know I'm nerdy. I'm going to throw some more nerd out there that maybe you guys don't know. I love great companies. I'm passionate about great leaders and great companies. Obviously, that's one of the reasons I love Walt and Walt Disney and Walt Disney World and all of that. And I know when I first was getting to know you, I don't remember, it was probably on your channel, you were having a chat and somebody popped in, and it was a lady who you worked with who was in the England Pavilion, which is why I thought you worked in the England Pavilion. Although you Contemporary, did you work at the Contemporary? Is that where you worked?
I went to the Contemporary. Yeah.
But your conversation was with another former or maybe current cast member, and it was like blowing my mind. And I don't know, that was
it's amazing. My first memory of you. It's amazing how many connections you make through everything. And I've met so many friends for life through this whole Disney college program. And a friend of mine who's a YouTuber, she doesn't do a lot of videos, but she's called Dream Along with Helen. And she's one of my closest friends. Yeah, Dream Along with Helen. Yeah. She is currently working in Walt Disney World right now. She works in the UK Pavilion. She used to work in... Where did she used to work? Goodness me. I think she used to work in Magic Kingdom. In one of the quick service restaurants during my program. And then she applied again and she got to work in the UK for 15 months, which is amazing. And building those relationships with other cast members is fantastic. And I can go into the UK Pavilion and Epcot right now, and I would see instantly, 5-6 people I know, and they'll be working there. And it's something amazing that I got to do working there. Working in the Contemporary was amazing. And just being able to go backstage and seeing, all the things that guests can't see. And it doesn't spoil everyone asks me, Dan, does it spoil the magic? It really doesn't. It makes it even more magical because everything that you see on stage is what I see backstage as well. Just more people just doing different things. So
yeah, I hear people asking. I've heard people ask you that. I never quite get it. Like, if you tell the joke and the person's laughing, it makes you feel good. If you do the magic trick and it makes that little kid have a great day or a great moment, it's even better. It's serving more. So I don't think it would take away from the magic. And you correct me if I'm wrong. I think you already have. I think it would enhance it exponentially. Am I crazy?
Oh no, you're absolutely right. I think just being able to bring that experience to guests from backstage and telling people, hey, I met up with this guest, I saw this guest, I saw that guest, and telling all my cast member friends, it just excites us. I mean, there are pros and cons of being a cast member, but
there's pros and cons of being on everything. So
yeah, exactly. But
I work with the public too, and I'm sure you have horror stories. I work with the public, and we actually joke all the time about we need a YouTube channel just for our crazy customers. And I can give you stories all day long, but it wouldn't be Disney stories. But I'm sure I remember poor Alex Morgan. I don't know if you know who that is. You're a soccer fan, so I bet you do know who Alex Morgan is. But
I do,
her group of kids or teammates, I guess. Well, it was in Epcot, actually, World Showcase.
Yep.
Whatever. I'm sure you saw all kinds of stuff. I like Alex Morgan. I don't want to trash her here. But whatever. I went off on a little tangent there. But what was your favorite thing about working for them? And did you consider staying with them I almost asked this as if like I know people who lived in Hawaii and moved away, and I don't quite understand it because I've been there and I wanted to stay. Did you consider staying and talk about that?
I unfortunately was not allowed to stay. My visa ran out because the whole program only lasts for 3 months unless you do the representative program, which is the Epcot Pavilion. So mine was literally just for 3 months, where you just study with Disney and you work for Disney, and then you're only given a 3-month visa.
I see.
If I could, I would have loved to stay. If they asked me to stay, I probably would be there now. I'm gonna be honest, because I just love it so much.
Who knows how to start a petition? I don't know anything about this stuff.
Get down to Disney.
So, yeah, hey, that even sounds cool. I love it.
But my favorite thing about it was being able to just share that magic and just explore the parks and just even if I wasn't on duty, or even when I wasn't being a cast member, when I was having my free time, I was still able to bring that magic to guests around the park, and sometimes I would just wander Magic Kingdom on my own and just enjoy it while I lasted, because I knew, right, I was there for 3 months. I'm not gonna lie to you, I only pretty much had maximum 4 hours sleep every day. Not even that, because I was so excited to be like, hey, I'm going to work, and then afterwards I get to go to Magic Kingdom, or I got a day off today, I'm going to Epcot. Like, everything was just so quick that
my Instagram is full of cast members and now college programs. So there's a Disney college program Instagram, and I actually went on there and followed all the new kiddos and it's probably old creepy guy, right? They're probably, half of them are probably scared away, but whatever. I just love the inside stuff. They tell me what products are coming out first. It makes me happy. And when I'm having an extra, a not as fun day at work, I just pull out my Instagram and I feel like I'm at the parks. And then when I'm home at YouTube, and that brings me to your channel again. So you always talk about how do you say it? So always have the magic in your life, and you're bringing the magic with your channels. What's the why? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you. Why do you have a Disney YouTube channel? Again, I think I know the answer, but let's hear it from you.
I mean, like, apart from just having a massive passion for the company, I've been inspired by Walt as the person. Like, for me as a Disney fan, I was never, I love the movies, I love the theme parks, but it was kind of Walt's philosophy that really caught my attention as an inspiration, because he was always about, like, let's bring happiness to guests. One of the things we were taught was, you're bringing happiness to guests every single day, and that's what I wanted to do. And I feel like on my channel, that's what I really drive to do. I'm like, right, I want everybody to stop what they're doing. If they're having a not so great week, I'm like, right, it's end of the week. I sometimes do these Friday afternoon like live streams, just like, right, it's done, it's the weekend, let's just refresh. Because I think Disney gets us all, like, takes away everything. It takes away all the stresses of the week, and I always wanted to do something like that. And I love that. Yeah, it's just something I really just love to talk about. Hey, I'm just another Disney geek on here, but just wants everyone to be positive.
I love it. Well, this is a good time to dive in there. So I said this earlier, but I know I've got a lot of new people in here. I'm not going to go through just to respect his time here, but thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, he's the host of Disney Fiasco. Your partners are Corey and Megan. Is that everybody? Yep. Am I missing? Okay, Corey and Megan, who are also great channels. I think they're both in the chat. I know that I saw them earlier. I remember, I think I've shared this with probably all three of you. Maybe not Corey, but Corey, if you're here, you're here now. I remember the first time all three of you guys came in my chat. I think I even told you, because I'm like, oh man, these guys are doing it right, and I love their channel, and this, she's got this cool thing, and he's got this cool thing, and it's just, that's one of the things that I love about these streams, and I hope that I'm bringing to everybody in chat with you, if they haven't been on your streams, just getting to know people. I mean, YouTube is a wonderful medium, and as I think you've said and Megan said, and I know I'm thinking, just to share what we love. I'll say it again. If you're really into shoelaces, YouTube's got a group of people for you. For us, it's Disney, and it definitely it makes my life better. Like, I've got 4 daughters. I now have a grandson. Right. My church is basically, they either run the other way from me, or they know they're getting Disney pins when I walk by if they got a cute kid. And we're like, little girl's getting a bunch of Disney stuff from us tomorrow because it's her birthday. And it's just, it makes life better. And you guys, especially you and your partner channels, just totally do that for us and for me. So thank you. I love it. I super love it. Now, That wasn't a question. But that was supposed to be a segue for his show, Saturdays, Disney Fiasco. If you weren't in there, I'm guessing most of you were probably in there. And thanks for coming over here if you were. But if you didn't, go check that out. You guys talked about princess sidekicks tonight, and it got me going because you kept not mentioning the sidekicks. And then I thought, oh, that's not a princess sidekick. Oh, that's not a princess sidekick. So I made my list, and I just feel like I need to share and get your reaction. Would that be right?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
So Mushu, and one of them mentioned it, but Mushu needed more love. Mushu is hilarious. Now, I get it. It's just Eddie Murphy. I get it, but it's Eddie Murphy. He's great.
Yeah. So he was number 1 on my list. So yeah.
And then Dopey, and I get it's the 7 Dwarfs, but Dopey, come on, I love that. And I'll go faster now. Olaf, Pascal, Sebastian, Maximus, Miko. I was going to yell at you about Baymax not being on there, but Big Hero 6 is not a princess, so there's that. So anyway, but I really love that. And if that's a little commercial for you guys to go check out his video from earlier today, I hope that works. I'll shut up about that now. So, favorite park and why? Most importantly,
oh goodness me. You know, I think Magic Kingdom. Probably is a stereotypical answer, but for me, you know, it was the part that I just recognized Walt as. You know, it's the Disneyland park of Orlando. You know, being able to go there pretty much every day after work or before work and just, you know, experience, you know, everything that Magic Kingdom has to offer, and the food and the attractions and just the Dole Whips. You know, not saying that because you're here, but I love Dole Whip. But you know, Magic Kingdom is it just brings out that kid in all of us. And I'm not saying that I don't love the other parks, but Magic Kingdom has always been my favorite because it just like there's nothing better than seeing that castle for the first time of your trip or the first time you've ever seen it, and you get those like feelings.
Walking down the street, there it is.
The smells from the bakery and oh my gosh, like come on, like you can't beat that.
I love it. I love it. And have you been out to Disneyland? I think I know the answer to this one too, but I'm not sure.
I have not. I've not been to Disneyland. It's certainly on my like number 1 thing to do. The thing is for me, because it's so far away from me. Yeah. If I was to do Disneyland, I would want to do like Disneyland, D23, and the Walt Disney Family Museum all in one kind of trip, because I don't want to like this so far away. So I want to do like a big like. Maybe I'll throw Aulani in there because it's on that side as well in Hawaii. Even further away.
Not down the road. San Francisco's not even down the road for the museum.
I mean, it does seem, to my mind, it does seem like Disneyland and San Francisco are so close together, but they're really not.
I guess if you're on Mars, everything on Earth is close. But
right. But no, I've not been to the West Coast, but I mean, it's like my number 1 thing I want to do. So yeah, I need to get out there.
And because you're a former cast member who worked at the resorts, I must ask favorite resort and or place to stay and why.
Probably not the contemporary. It's not the contemporary, surprisingly.
What is it?
I love the Poly. I love the Polynesian. You know, there's something about the Polynesian I love. Every single trip, my first like meal, I know I'm going back to food, I'm sorry guys, if you don't know me, I love food. I always have to eat a Kona Cafe as my first meal, and now because I tried Ohana last year, I'm like, right, Ohana now has to be my last meal, so I'm kind of like Polynesian at the start, Polynesian at the end. I just love I remember seeing the first night as a cast member watching Wishes from the Polynesian beach. Like there's something about the Polynesian I just love, like the smell, the decor, the story it tells us. Like just I love Polynesian culture. I really do love it. So that's my favorite resort. The favorite resort I've stayed in is Art of Animation. Oh, I love Art of Animation. It's great.
I hear that a lot. Why? What I want to talk about the Poly, but tell me about Art of Animation. Why?
Oh, I just love the theming. I love the theming. I've stayed in the Lion King, Finding Nemo, and Little Mermaid rooms. Like if you want great photo ops, that's the place to go. Like you can meet Lightning McQueen, Maida, Ariel, Flounder, just a lot of Rafiki, Scar. Like that is a photo Instagram place to go if you're into that. But yeah, Art of Animation, right?
Yeah. I have to be.
But Arts of
My daughter
Animation, I
actually
love
sent
it.
me a message about a new place in Fort Worth. We live in Fort Worth, Texas, to go eat. And I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. She's all, it's really good for Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we're going. But anyway, yeah, I love that. And then so the Poly. So you're like an advertisement for my upcoming trip. We just booked the Polynesian or DVC. It's our home, but I've never stayed there. I've only been in the building once. I walked in. I think that's true. And we when we signed up for DVC, not this past trip, but the trip before, he said, hey, which one do you want to be the home? We're like, I don't even know what that means. We did the Polynesian suite. So on our way home, we ended up spending a couple hours just walking around. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Yeah. I cannot wait. The bathrooms smell good. I've not been in Trader Sam's. I'm a tiki nut. I love Dole Whip. I love Adventureland. So it's everything. So
well, when you go, just mention to them that Disney Dan's coming, and they'll have to get Dole Whip on reserved.
I think you just gave me a vlog idea. I like it. I better write that down. All right. Favorite characters. I'm gonna make you give me three favorite characters. I'm doing this because of your show, your channel. I mean, it's kind of what we do here, or you do there.
Talking strictly Disney, or can I throw in like Pixar?
You just made it Pixar's, yes.
Marvel,
whatever you
Star
want.
Wars.
You're the guest. You're the guest. So that's a good point. Okay, whatever you want. Whatever.
Okay, so number 3, I mean, it has to be Mickey Mouse. I mean, Mickey Mouse is the guy. Like, he's the thing. He's always been like my buddy. I always have
Walt, right?
Yeah, he reminds me of Walt. He kind of just like, I always have him on my background for my phone. He's everywhere. Like he is who I am. So number 2, you know, I'm gonna throw. Yes, he's a character, but he's not in any movie, and that is Figment. I love Figment. Mega's probably gonna kill me for this one. I love Figment just because he's kind of like. I said this in my Disney interview. I said to him, the reason why I love Figment is kind of like Dreamfinder was like, you know, he imagined Figment, and kind of Walt imagined Epcot, and it kind of is a great parallel. And I just love that it's kind of like a source of imagination, and I just love imagining things. I love to think outside the box. And I just love the journey into imagination a lot. So yeah, I had to think of, you know, Figment. But my number 1 is Peter Pan. For me, as a kid, like, I didn't really care about Star Wars at the time. Nothing. Like, Peter Pan was always my superhero. And I don't know if you guys know, this is I've told this story maybe once or twice on my channel. Prepare to get the tissues.
I ain't crying. I don't care what you say.
So you might. So Peter Pan obviously was created in the UK and was part of still is part of a hospital called Great Ormond Street, which is in London, where it's a children's hospital, and a lot, you know, it's he really kind of is embodied there, and you know, kids are kind of being watched over by Peter Pan. And when I was 7, my best friend, he was diagnosed with cancer, and he went to Great Ormond Street, and I took a year out of school to kind of be with him and look after him while he was at Great Ormond Street. And Peter Pan was kind of like, because he was kind of like the guy kind of watching over my best friend while he was going through such an amazing, you know, source of strength to get over his cancer, to be, you know, cancer free. And yeah, he just, he got through it. He's fine now. He's cancer free now. Good. And kind of Peter Pan has always been like so special to me because of my best friend. He reminds me of my best friend, and I love watching. Peter Pan is my favorite movie of all time. And sorry if I made people cry, but yeah, no, he really does mean the world to me. So yeah, Peter Pan is my favorite character.
I love it. See, I had a much less tearjerker reason for loving Peter Pan. One of my daughters, and I have 37 of them, no 4, but for 37 and 4 is the same when you're talking about daughters. She's a big Peter Pan nut, and also, isn't it kind of the Disney love that we have? Like, I'm not a 7-year-old kid anymore. And Peter Pan kind of embodies that, right? So I think Peter Pan is the perfect story for Disney fans. But your story wins. Oh my gosh, I'm glad to hear he's okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's just, it's amazing, and you know, it's my favorite movie. He's my favorite character, and yeah, no, he kind of embodies me as well, being like, hey, I'm the kid who never wanted to grow up as well. So yeah, no.
And now I can't let you go. You mentioned Pixar and you mentioned Star Wars, and I know you're a fan of the MCU.
Yes.
So at least throw us one from those. How about I'll just hit you Star Wars.
Star Wars, Yoda,
or movie, or whatever.
Yoda from Empire Strikes Back.
Love it.
I just remember watching that for the first time. I'm like, who is this Joker? Like, who is he? And I'm like, oh, he's the Jedi. Oh, this is awesome. So,
right?
Yeah,
every now and then. I love it.
Oh gosh, I love Yoda. Marvel, it's probably Tony Stark. I'm a big Iron Man fan, just because he's just a bit different. Like he's very kind of outspoken. He's kind of like just likes to have a good time, and
like Elon.
Yeah,
who I also love. I'm an Iron Man fan too, but mostly because my daughter, who's a huge Marvel fan, is a Captain America fan, so I feel like it just works.
You know, everyone keeps asking me, am I Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? And I am Team Iron Man, but I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you know, Jeff. I think I might have told this, but I've met Chris Evans.
Oh no, I don't think I knew that. No,
I thought I did tell you. No, when I was working for Disney, we were told right at the beginning of our shift there is a celebrity going to be staying at Bay Lake Tower, and they were saying, you can't mention this, you can't do anything about that, and I had to keep it quiet for 2 months because I met him in Bay Lake Tower, and I was just like, hey, I'm gonna just say hi.
2 months? Is that what you said? Why? Once he's gone, did he stay there for 2 months? I'm confused.
Well, I wasn't allowed to talk about him for 2 months because if I was on shift and I saw him, I was like, oh wait, Chris Evans is here. Think about like all the tweets and all the pictures and everything. It'd be just swamped. It'd be crazy. So we were told
he wasn't there yet. He was gonna come. It wasn't like after he left you couldn't talk about it.
Oh no! So after he left, like I still had to, wait a little. Once he left, it was fine, but I did have to keep it quiet for a while. But it was kind of cool that I didn't tell him I was a Team Stark fan, so otherwise he would have been a bit annoyed.
I do have to say thanks to Juan and all the mods. I don't know what happened, but somebody got rid of somebody, so thank you.
Good job.
I appreciate it. I didn't see it, but I appreciate it. Did I? Oh, Pixar. You mentioned Pixar.
Pixar. Oh gosh. You know, I can't narrow it down to just one. I find like I change it all the time. I do love Remy. I love Remy just because I love food. I just think, and also I can't cook. Like I genuinely can't cook. But every time I watch Ratatouille, I'm like, you know what? I'm so hungry now, and I love Remy. I think he's great, and I do like Ratatouille, and I love Remy.
We were in the French Pavilion this December. We loaded up on Ratatouille merch. Our kitchen is it makes me think of World Showcase, which makes me happy. Anyway, so when next? I think I know the answer to this. I think it's August, but you're coming to the good old US of A, and
late August is the plan. I'm going to be there late August. I wanted to make sure that I was there for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party because I love it.
Does it start in August? Yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it? Wow.
It starts late August. I actually missed it last year. I missed it by like 3 or 4 days. I was really upset by it, but I really wanted to go in late August this year, and I can't wait to see so many amazing people and eat lots of food and just have a great trip. I'm going with a friend who hasn't been since she was a kid, so yeah, really excited. And yeah, August is gonna be really exciting.
So someone who lived in San Diego, which has the best weather on the planet, in my opinion, August in Orlando, ouch. I'm thinking sweat.
Hey, I know the feeling because that's my program finished in August. My experience finished. I went through June, July, August during my cast member days, and like genuinely it was tough. And there was one day, I remember it so clearly. It was the 3rd of July, and I think if Josh from Resort TV 1 is still here, I don't know if you've done it in if you've done the 4th of July fireworks at Magic Kingdom. Oh gosh, you need to make sure that you're not wearing like heavy clothing, because I was standing in a crowd for about 3 hours, couldn't move at all. It's crazy. Yeah, Josh said it's insanely hot in August. Take it from
marching band director. That is not what you be doing in August in Orlando. Ouch.
It's crazy. I just remember just waiting for the fireworks, and even though it was at nighttime, it was still so hot and humid. And I was like filming the 4th of July fireworks, and it was just so hot and just sweaty and horrible and uncomfortable. But you know, it was fun. I loved it.
I'm sending a little love to the mods because it looks like.
Yeah, shout out to the mods.
Yeah, you guys are. From what I'm seeing, it looks like you guys are killing it, and I appreciate it. So yeah, if you're a bad guy, go away. There's plenty of places that you'll get attention. Anyway, I guess I just gave them some, so there you go. I love that. And you want to talk movies, so I do have to ask you, just because I know you want to. So outside of Disney, go ahead and throw some. We've had some talks offline. Well, not offline, on your channel and my channel, but not here. Yeah. For those who are getting to know you tonight, you're a movie freak, yes?
I am. I love my movies. Just.
I do too. I'm a huge movie fan, and I think that's one of the reasons why I had 4 daughters. Because if one didn't want to see it, I could take the other one. I love movies, and I love sitting and doing the Netflix thing and all that. But having 4 kiddos, I've only done G and PG movies at the movie theater for it seems like a whole lifetime, which is fine. I don't mind. But I'd love to hear some of your favorite movies, because I know the chat will want to hear it, and I like talking movies with you. So a couple that you're excited about coming up, and then a couple of your all-time favorites, pretty please.
Oh, goodness me. So some that are coming up, I'm going to have to go with Avengers Endgame. I'm a big Marvel fan.
Is that August? Am I just thinking August in my head, or is that August?
April. April is Avengers.
Oh, okay. Hey.
It got pushed forward from May, which is fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. And Star Wars Episode 9. That's
there you go.
I mean, I'm just a big Star Wars freakazoid.
That's the one for me. There's a bunch this year, but that's the one I can't wait.
But I do love like the kind of different films. There's Rocket Man, which is the biopic of Elton John. Just so many like different films that just spring to my mind that are coming up that just I'm really excited for. Some might not be as successful, others some that you just go into it feeling like, hey, it might not be great, but I don't care because I'm gonna have a great time anyway. So I think there's like a new Terminator film coming out this year. I mean, like, hey, it's not going to be as good as the first 2, but I'm going to go see it because I know I'm going to have a good time. If it's bad, whatever. If it's good, amazing. Like, I just love going to the movie theater. It's a great way for me to switch off and just have a great time. So,
I love it. Not unlike Disney, right? So are you excited about the Oscars? Not a question I expected to ask anyone.
The Oscars, yeah. So Rob Fuzz and I did, who's in the chat. Rob Fuzz and I and Adam's Land, we do a thing called Pub Talk on his channel, and we literally do a thing about anything. And we just recently did the Oscars.
We do a thing about anything. I like that.
It's literally the pub is open and we just talk about anything. And we talked about the Oscars. Adam from Adam's Land, he's a big Oscar guy, and we just talked about the Oscars that are coming up in the next week or 2, and just did our predictions, who's going to win the Oscars. And yeah, just lots of great movies that I really highly recommend everybody go and see. My prediction for the Oscars, I'm going to go with Roma. It's a foreign film, and it's just a beautifully directed, amazing, just everything about it was just amazing. So yeah, I love my movies. What was your second question?
I don't know. Well, but I have another
favorite all-time films or something.
Oh yeah, let's go there. Favorite all-time films in life.
I love The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, one of my favorite superhero films. I love Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, all the standard Spielberg films. I do love things like The Theory of Everything, which is the
other night.
I love that film. Stephen Hawking.
It was excellent.
Phenomenal. I'm a big fan of Eddie Redmayne. I think he's a great young actor. And I have a big guilty pleasure for so bad it's good films. Like Jaws: The Revenge, so Jaws 4, The Revenge, Batman and Robin, The Room, just all these terrible films that are so bad they are hysterical. So yeah, I do love my terrible but funny films.
Now, getting back to the Oscars, but with Disney, were you surprised to hear Black Panther's name get thrown out there?
It's weird because Oscars were thinking about doing a popularity award, and I was like, okay, this may be a bit controversial, and then they decided not to do it, and they put Black Panther into the best picture. And I said this with Rob and Adam in the stream, and I said Black Panther has no chance of winning, no chance.
I don't know if I agree with you.
But Black Panther just won the SAG Awards.
Yep.
And the SAG Awards often have predicted the Oscar. So that kind of, it doesn't say, I'm not saying that Black Panther will win the Oscar, but it kind of puts itself back in contention.
So I have zero desire to talk politics, but the Oscars had a couple controversies recently. And Black Panther would shut up people from a couple years ago, wouldn't it?
Right.
And I think that's part of it. And I got to be honest with you, I am mad at the Oscars. I'm mad at the Oscars for so many things. I love movies. I would love a show that I can enjoy celebrating movies, which I think is what it's supposed to be. I love you. I don't care how you vote. I wouldn't even know who you vote no matter what side it is because you don't even live here. I don't like, I mean, if I want to talk politics, we can talk about I have no desire to do that. It's not, right. I don't, and I'm not taking a side. I just don't understand why we're mad at somebody for something they tweeted 20 years ago, or why we're mad because the group that decided it didn't fit into, I mean, I don't like anything that gets taken over politically. I think that's why I have a Disney YouTube channel, because I like to step away from all of that anger. The world is so angry. Can't we leave our entertainment alone? I hope I just didn't get political there.
And I'm going to say this right now. That is the exact reason why I made my channel, because there's so much negativity in the world. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's take the two fools that came into the chat earlier before, right? These guys, exactly. These guys are just here to wreak havoc, and for me, this is a positive community. This is something that we, as a community, have built together. It doesn't matter what our beliefs are. It doesn't matter what we believe in, who we believe in, anything. We are here as a community to spread the love of Disney. Disney is our passion. It's our thing. And
I would say to spread the love of life, but we like
absolutely,
but yeah,
absolutely. Positivity is. There's so much hate in the world that it's us that needs to show. Hey, we're all a positive community. We need to be there to make sure everybody is having a good day, having a good week, and just turning that negativity into positivity. And Disney is a great way of doing that.
And I love that Juan just said, as Alfred Pennywise would say, some people just want to watch the world burn. I think the Joker might have said something like that too. Yeah, see, little Dark Knight for you.
Yeah.
Favorite YouTubers. Now, I'd love this to be in two pieces too. Oh, and we're at 8:15 Texas time.
Right.
Who knows what 15 your time? But we got about 15 more minutes, so I'll try to shut up here early and ask chat if they have any questions for Dan. But I'll hit you with this. Favorite YouTubers. I'd love it to be Disney YouTubers, and then non-Disney YouTubers too. I'd really like to hear that. If you watch non-Disney YouTube, I'm assuming you do.
Yeah. So favorite Disney YouTubers, I'm not saying it because they're here, but Resort TV One. I mean, I've been following these guys for honestly years.
Yep.
And I actually said this to Josh when I met him. I said, I've been following you for so long and you've inspired me a lot. That's why I kind of had Disney Dan 1 in my name. And
that's cool.
you know, it's just something and when I got to meet them, I was just so excited, and you know, I love their live streams, and it just really is just great to actually finally meet them. And you know, for me, I'm not the whole Disney YouTubers like favorites. I don't really have many favorites because I just love this whole community. I'm not really big into the trackers. Like I mean, I watch them now and again, but I wouldn't say they're my favorite Disney YouTubers, because for me, Disney YouTubers are us. That's me. I just love this whole community and love watching everyone's videos. Non-Disney YouTubers, I actually watch quite a few.
I'm more interested in this answer, to be honest. I do too.
You know, I'm a big wrestling guy. I love my pro wrestling.
By that, you mean UFC?
You know, I'm more into the whole WWE pro wrestling entertainment. I've been loving it since I was a kid. So some channels.
Stop judging.
Stop judging. So you know, I love the wrestling reality, JD from New York, all these much more explicit channels from your Disney-esque ones. I do love channels like Do Perfect, who are the trick shot guys from Texas. Roman Atwood, because he, you know, with the whole positivity, smile more. That's where I get you live your life with a smile each and every day kind of phrase from.
Did not know that.
Yeah, just lots of just.
I know that name, but I've never watched. I'm gonna actually write that one down.
And I actually, I know this sounds really weird, but I do actually enjoy watching like food videos, cookery videos, and professional eating videos, because I just find it just so fascinating.
What? Professional eating?
Yeah. You guys need to...
Why don't I know about this already?
Hey, I want to give you two guys that you need to...
I mean, if this is a career option, I feel like I needed to know already.
You need to watch these guys. I want to give you two. You need to write these down. Right.
Hit me.
Matt Stoney, so Mattstonnie.
Does he have the munchies? Sorry.
No. And Beard Meets Food. He's a British professional eater.
I think I heard that right.
Beard meets food.
You guys chat? Do you guys know these? Because I do not.
You know, I just like finding wacky videos that are just so bizarre, so funny. I watch some movie reviewers, Screen Junkies, Chris Stuckman, just movie guys as well. So I literally don't watch TV. I just watch YouTube. So.
Yeah, we've got our Netflix and we've got, you know, Amazon and all that. But and by the way, a little plug for YouTube. I'm not even monetized yet, so I don't. But whatever. YouTube TV rocks, people. Like I'd say, like if people will listen, YouTube TV rocks. It's everything you need. If you just want local channels and all their normal channels, if you want Showtime and HBO, you got to go spend those dollars. But and it's like 1/3 of what I was paying for cable. But that's a whole nother thing. So Roman Atwood, Matt Stoney, Beard Meets Food. I will check all of those out. I've never heard of any of that. Well, I've heard of Roman Atwood. I think I went through most of my major questions. I've got a million other ones, but I kind of knew we would do this. Like we talked about it in our couple minutes before. I didn't think we were going to get through all the questions because when we've talked, we usually don't have trouble talking. So before I open it up to the chat, and now again, chat, either at me or at, you're in the chat too, right? Dan, are you in there?
Yeah, I'm in the chat.
So if one of us sees it, just go ahead and throw those questions out there. But as we're waiting for those, if they come, what do you want them to know about you? What's coming up on your channel? Anything going on with Disney Fiasco you want to promote?
Yeah.
12 minutes till bedtime for him. So,
so we are coming up to our year anniversary of Disney Fiasco. Yeah, we're coming up to episode 40. So, I mean, I think we've got 13 episodes left till our year anniversary. Which is kind of crazy because we actually haven't missed a week. We haven't missed a week of Fiasco, so it's kind of just we've had some amazing. I know you've been a special guest on the show. It's just been a really fun thing to do. It's something I look forward to every single week.
The first time you guys invited me was the week I was going out to Disney, and it was the Lord of the Rings talk. I still haven't even gone back and watched that one, mostly because it makes me mad that I missed it. Yeah, I was honored to be invited, and then I was on with Megan not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was such a good time, and you know we talked about how fast this would go. Boy, that one goes fast.
It goes quick. The show does go. I mean, today's show went just so quick. It was really
as a viewer it does, and then on there it certainly does. But anyway, so what you're not stopping in a year, right? Like where do you see that going? That your channel and that show.
Well, I mean, just literally yesterday, I hit 1,000 subscribers, and that was always been my goal for over 3 years. So that was my first goal, and my next goal is just to create more content that people can just have a laugh and smile with. I mean, for me, subscriber count really didn't mean so much to me. So I've always just been like, hey, you know, I want to reach out to as many people as possible. So
I love that. I love that. And I agree with all of it except for, man, I'm a goals guy. I want a play button. I want a play button.
2 questions in the chat.
All right, do it.
Juan Rodriguez, favorite moment from any Pixar movie. I do love the scene where Igor tries the ratatouille and he kind of gets like childhood memory of eating ratatouille. I love that, and I also just love I love the scenes that make me just weep. I'm a weeper. The Toy Story 3 scene when they all hold hands, or the what's it called? The married scene at the beginning of Up. Just yeah. And Josh says, what's the most surprising thing you've noticed about being a YouTuber that you wouldn't have thought of before starting your channel?
What a good question.
Wow. You know, just the amazing people I've met. I can honestly say, like, most of you I've never seen or met before in person in my life, and the amount of support you give me, you know, a guy from the UK who, you know, is just some guy is amazing, and just the way that you guys have just been so supportive for such a long time is just so humbling. And you know, I remember being in Magic Kingdom last year on my last night. And a family came up to me and say, hey, are you Dizney Dan? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not that big, you know, guy with billion subscribers. I'm just a guy with, at the time, was only 500 subscribers. And they go, yeah, no, we mean you. And I'm like, really? Like that for me was so surprising, because I actually felt like, hey, like, I'm speechless. Like, it's kind of just, I'm always so surprised. So yeah, it was so surprising. But again, this community it's incredible.
That's a Lucky Minute has a great question, but I want to follow up on that real fast. So when you're in there in August, do you hope to meet with people, or does that make you uncomfortable? I ask because the more I've asked this question, the more I'm learning that some YouTubers are a little uncomfortable with that. I don't know. I'll let you speak to it.
I just want to give a handshake and a hug to everybody.
Love it. Love it. And so the Lucky Minute asked a great question, so I'm going to ask for you.
Sure.
They just tuned in. It says, where do you see YouTube in 10 years? And so I would ask you, where do you see YouTube in 10 years? Where do you see your channel and yourself in 10 years? And say Orlando, but anyway.
With YouTube, I mean, the thing is, with YouTube, you never know. Like, YouTube, like, you could see something so random, like hit billions of views, like Baby Shark, and people are going to go crazy over it. Thing is, with YouTube, you never know. Like, it could be anything. Like, next minute, Disney might be the biggest thing on YouTube. You have no idea. So, you know, will YouTube be around in 10 years? I hope so. I want it to be. And for my channel, you know, again, like I said before, I just want to be there for people, and to be, you know, if everyone's going through a tough time, I just want to talk Disney with people and make people happy. So that's just me.
I love it. D says, what English food, if any, did you miss while you were in the US?
Oh, fish and chips. Oh, hands down. Look, don't get me wrong. They do a great job in the UK pavilion, but it's not the same. Emma and John, who are in the chat, can testify.
So you answered the question before I ask it. So isn't a good representation of your fish and chips?
It's good. I mean, I'm not saying it's, you know, for me, fish and chips, right? Okay, everybody in the chat, I'm just going to tell you right now, proper fish and chips, you need a good, like, kind of a basket with newspaper in it. You need a good lot of chips, not French fries, not skinny French fries, proper thick cut chips in the bottom with a big hunk of fish on top. Vinegar, you may want some mushy peas with that. And what's even better are the bits that come out the fryer, the leftover fat batter. Oh, that is the best part. You just put those on the top.
Right.
Done. Job done.
You just made me hungry. Yeah, I totally agree on that. But that's funny. We get this. I doubt you'll even know of it. I don't even remember what it's called. Long John Silver's. So it's a fast food fish place. I have no idea if you're aware.
Right.
And they would give you this, whatever you got, you would get a pile of that little extra.
Yep.
What am I eating really? Is it just grease?
It's just leftover batter. It's leftover, it's just leftover batter from the fish.
Oh, it's good. And I'm sure it's why I got 300 to lose here or whatever. I'm not sure if I missed any questions, but I did ask him. But again, we got like 6 minutes before he turns into a pumpkin or whatever. But hey, it was good little Disney stuff there. So again, thank you. I'm going to say it. I know the chat's saying it too. I love your channel. You're one of my favorites, and I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here. I mean, I've said it to other people. I actually said it to other people before I got to know you, and I do appreciate you saying yes to this. Again, it's some dang time o'clock over there, and I've only done like 7 or 8 of these, and I've had 2 people from not even this continent. So maybe I should probably invite people who can get some sleep more often, I suppose. But it means a lot to me that you did this, and thank you. I just really appreciate it.
No, honestly, I've been so excited to do this. I mean, and just something like this, I could just sit back and just talk with you and talk with everybody and just have a great laugh and for me, like I said before the stream, I didn't care if it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning, because for me, sleep doesn't bother me. So
UK Disney YouTubers do have it rougher than us. There's no doubt.
That's why sometimes I message Josh just like, hey, it's 3 a.m. And you're still just watching Happily Ever After. Hey, it's fine. Like,
right? Yeah, I'm live streaming. Yeah, and I will say that for people in chat, if you're new, first of all, thank you. Wow, 36 likes, guys. Thank you. I don't even know. That's amazing. Thank you. But there's a bunch of good channels in here. Don't be one of those sub for sub kind of channels. That's not what we are. But my goodness, if you like Disney stuff, there's there's at least 22 right now people that are likely going to make you happier. So go check out those channels, and yeah, just give some love to the people in chat. I did not allow you to see. I want to protect my guests, and I didn't want you to be bloodied by asking you who won the Revolutionary War, or the War of 1812, or any of that stuff. But I know Dee's going to yell at me if I don't mention it. So just agree to invite you back, or maybe on your channel. Should I just let it go? Because I don't want to.
Jeff, I would love to come back and talk about comparisons between us.
I'll put on the MMA. You can put on whatever it is.
Let me tell you something. I love the United States. I've worked in the United States. I really enjoy the United States. Hey, I went to the 4th of July at Magic Kingdom, and even though it was kind of just to say, hey,
I won't even
UK. Look, I love the USA, but I would love to do a comparison thing about music, film, sports, because I know you're a sports guy.
I
would love to do a proper, hard
rounders and rugby in the War of 1812.
Let's do it. I would love that. That would be fantastic.
It is 3 minutes till sleepy time for him. Hey, Jeff, just finished my pop. Oh, nice, Jose. Good. See if I missed any questions. I always feel a little rude when I don't check it out. Again, mods, I didn't see any of it, but I've gotten some little messages. So, guys, thank you. Thank you, Alana. Thank you, D. It's all about food, D says. Oh, okay, here's another one. Stacy wants to know from Disney Dan, should fish and chips be wrapped in newspaper? I would say no. Ick, but I'd like to hear from the UK guy.
We get it. I don't know where some of the UK people here in the chat are from, but we actually get ours in a pizza box.
Oh, nice.
And it comes on like a piece of paper, like a sheet of paper, and we take it out, put it on a nice big white plate, some chips, and just throw everything on it. But the thing is, if you're out and about, if you're in London and you want fish and chips, you put it in newspaper. That's just how it's done.
That's weird. I want to brush my teeth. Brandy and Dave says Premier League for the win.
Oh yeah.
Disney Dan, not from the United States, not currently the United States. Do you know what game is going to be on all the TVs on the planet tomorrow?
Tomorrow's football games, not soccer games.
So yeah, the answer. Premier League is what? I know it's like soccer, but come on, Brandy and Dave, wrong team, buddies.
Tomorrow's games we have. I know there's the whole big tiny bowl thing tomorrow.
The big tiny bowl. I like that.
We have Leicester City versus Manchester United and Manchester City versus Arsenal, and then you have the little Patriot thingy.
How many Manchesters must you have in one league? Holy cow.
Oh, we have many teams. Don't get
Right.
us started on the whole rivalries in the UK because it's like New York and Boston. It's trust me.
He says, wait, the UK has 4th of July. I think that's pretty dang funny. Or
No, but we do have our own special holidays.
Do you guys have Independence Day? Is it like from AD 12 or something? Like what?
No, we do have things like Guy Fawkes Night, which we celebrate on the 5th of November.
Yeah.
Remember the 5th of November. That's kind of like our thing. So yeah, no, we have our own holidays.
Good stuff. Well, I apologize if I missed any questions. I think we got them, at least the ones you added me. Boom. 8:30 on my clock, right on the button. Dizney Dan, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Again, Dizney Dan with a Z. Go check out his channel. Lots of links in there. If you haven't subscribed yet, come on, get out of here and go subscribe. You get some sleep, my friend. I love your show. Please don't let's stop at the 1 year. Congrats on 40. Congrats on 1,000. I'll give you the floor for the last 45 seconds. Well, as long as you want to talk. And then I'll say goodbye to chat, and then we'll say goodbye offline if that's okay with you.
Fantastic. Jeff, thank you so much. I've been so excited to do this show, and just love talking to you and the community and to everybody in the chat. Guys, if we did miss a question, I'm really happy to answer your questions. So if you want to shoot me a thing on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever, please do. You can find me at Dizney Dan on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. Just hit over 1,000 subscribers, which just blew my mind. So thank you, everybody. Please subscribe to my channel if you love Disney. And yeah, thank you, Jeff, so much for having me.
No, thank you. Liam did ask this twice. I missed it earlier. I apologize, Liam. So I'll get in here now. When you're doing a Disney cruise, Liam wants to go cruising with you, it sounds like.
Oh, I'd love to do a Disney cruise. Oh boy, I'd love
I don't
to.
know, Raphael, you're still in here, Raphael and Alana. I know I don't know. There's a chance that there might be something afoot on that. Ooh, look at that, afoot. Little Sherlock Holmes talk for you. You're welcome. Stormy, thank you very much. It was great because he's in here. Appreciate you being here. So I'm going to say goodbye to chat. If you can hang out for a minute, I'll say goodbye to you offline. Yep. Chat, love you. Mods, love you. Thank you for being here. Usually it's Sunday night. Let's be real. A couple people asked me why it was two, but asked me why it was on Saturday. When the guest wants to do it another time, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to try to do it weekly. When I offer to the guests, I say 8 p.m. on Sunday. But if they want something else, what do I care? I mean, I do this all day for 2 days, and it's Super Bowl tomorrow, so there's that. But anyway, so thank you guys. Go Cowboys, go Chargers. I know they're not playing in the big game, but those are my teams. Go Manchester or something. I don't know why I said that, and I'm really sorry about the Revolutionary War. Perfect.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
All right, bye, chat. You guys have a great night. I'll probably live stream tomorrow. I know Dizney Dan will be doing all kinds of stuff, so we will both see you soon. Bye, guys.